Hello everyone, it's been a year and a half and I am back on YouTube. I'm back with my Fresca. I'm back with my microphone that isn't plugged into anything. I'm just using it to make myself look more professional. But today we're specifically going to talk about how did this break for me away from YouTube, away from the internet, music, movies, TV, everything affect me. And it's affected me in some pretty profound ways. My brain feels like it's literally wired differently after this long away from the internet. I would honestly recommend a break like this to anyone who's looking to focus more on whatever you might be doing, be it school or your job or your passions. Maybe it's not a year and a half, but maybe even a couple days, a week, a month might actually help your focus, your creativity, your energy, the control that you have over your own mind and your discipline. The biggest difference I noticed mentally after coming back from such a long break was the way my brain processed. I felt almost overwhelmed initially just by watching a normal YouTube video, just from the fast-paced cutting. It was headache-inducing. I literally couldn't watch YouTube for the whole first week. I like slower-paced things a little bit more now. I don't have as much stamina. I can't just sit on my phone for as long without needing a break. During my mission, I had a lot of time to just be with my thoughts. And this is something that I don't think we're giving enough time to in our digital age. Before, I would often use these types of media to drown out my thoughts, to drown out just negative emotions. And that can be great if you're trying to feel better in the moment, but in the long run, pushing down negative emotions will just cause them to build up because we need to release those things. We need to talk about, process, and just sit with ourselves when we feel anything. Long-term exposure to the internet, to media, social media, entertainment can really change the way that our brains work. It changes what we're able to process and to handle, because before I could handle a lot more. I feel like my threshold was higher, and now from that break it's kind of been lowered, and so I can just take in less at a time, and I think that's better. Because when you're at this high point, you're constantly craving something to watch or to listen to. And I think taking a break acts to kind of reset that threshold and realize, like, what are you willing to handle? It's similar to running. If you run a lot, you can run further, but if you stop running for a long time, you're not going to be able to run very far. And I would bet that a similar kind of break, even if it was shorter, would still have similar effects. If you're constantly feeling the need to watch something, listen to something, or look at something online, then you might have a problem. And the best way to fix this is going to be to just take a break. It could be one day, it could be a week, maybe it's just a couple hours. A lot of people focus on social media as the bad thing, but maybe it's not so good for us to have music constantly playing, something that we're listening to constantly playing, some sort of entertainment. Then we don't have the opportunity to sit with ourselves and for our brains to process what's happening in our lives. Another difference that I noticed was just feeling the need for more control over what I watched. I'm not as impulsive as I was before. For example, I have zero desire to scroll on TikTok because honestly, the thought of seeing random videos with no warning kind of scares me. What we watch and listen to affects the type of person we're becoming. The content we ingest online affects how we think, how we feel, how we act, what we do, everything. And so the idea of just watching something random that you don't even know what that thing is kind of weird to me now after having gone so long without it. And I find myself thinking about, why would I want to watch a particular piece of content? Is this gonna positively benefit my life? Is it informational? Is it helpful? And I'm also finding that I'm more careful about what I click on online. For example, looking at my YouTube homepage, I'm a lot less willing to click on the things in my recommendations. Maybe that's because it's been a year and a half and YouTube has forgotten what I like to watch, and so have I. But maybe that has something to do with the fact that if you aren't constantly surrounded by things to click on, then you're going to be a little bit more careful about what you click on. So the biggest benefits that I got from this break were increased self-control and awareness of what I'm doing online and just in general. Overall, I found myself acting less impulsively and actually thinking before I decide to engage in any sort of online content, be it posts or stories or Instagram or websites or music, and I find myself choosing things more intentionally. Going forward, I'm obviously not going to continue this experiment. I'm going to continue watching YouTube, listening to music. I'm going to go back to my normal life. I've been easing back into things, and there was an initial shock when I first got back. It was very difficult for me to really watch anything at all, listen to music at all. Just felt very strange and awkward and unfamiliar, you could say. But I'm slowly easing back into that. My tastes have definitely changed after this break. I have also grown a year and a half older, so it's possible that I'm just a little bit different of a person. Let's all be more intentional with our technology usage. Don't let your phones control you. We still have another couple years before Elon Musk's brain chip comes out, so let's enjoy our self-control while it lasts. Choose wisely, take a break if you need to from the internet, but don't stop watching Wowls, because we're gonna be having some new videos posted pretty soon. You can expect on Wednesday a brand new video to be posted, and by brand new I mean it's actually a year and a half old. I just haven't posted it yet. If you're interested in how our phones affect our mental health, you might actually be interested in this video. So make sure to turn on those bell notifications and subscribe to Wowls. I can't wait to see you all in my next video.